So here I am by myself. The kids and my wife have abandoned me. This is not what I had in store. No, we're here, me and Caleb, at the HOA Homesteaders of America Conference. Again, second year in a row, 2024. It's just me and him, the kids, the other kids, and Crystal. Crystal had a wedding cake she had to do, so she wasn't able to come, and which meant some of the other kids weren't able to come as well. So anyway, it's just me and Caleb, and we're gonna have a good time, and we're gonna bring you guys along for this journey. All right, so they just had the opening ceremony, which we missed barely, but we're going to find tent B. We're gonna watch the Daltry's presentation first. I don't have the schedule in front of me, so I kind of forgot what that one's about. I've highlighted the whole week, the whole 2 days, so we can see each speaker accordingly. And but anyway, it'll be fun. We'll show you guys as we go through each one. And anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today. The first thing we had to do is get some coffee because it is cold. I had no idea it was going to be this cold when we got up here, but anyway, tent B, that's what we're looking for.
Sometimes can't remember if she's on this time or be careful. But they are happening there, and you're messing that up. And if you want to take responsibility for all that, you have to rebuild all that. You're going to have a much harder journey than if you say, I'm going to move into this, and I'm going to be reverent for this, and I am going to find out what it does, and then fit myself in.
So imagine you're on your new homestead. You show up, and if you're smart, you haven't bought either a parking lot or something that's just been bulldozed or bombed. You're looking at a working ecosystem. That field of briars and milkweed and multiple rows that's out there is a working ecosystem. It has only one problem from your point of view. I mean, it's capturing sunlight, it's processing it, all living things are eating and living.
All right, so we're all done with that one. That was very good. Took a lot of notes, and we've got a little bit of a break before we get into the next one. So we're gonna walk around and check out some of the vendors, see if there's anybody here we want to try to meet. So anyway, very interesting stuff.
Are you? That's cool. And you want to do knives? Yeah. you'll have to spend some time with him in a minute and talk to him. I'm
Feel free to email us. We'd love to hear how they do texture. And I'd
So
love to
I heard
tell people like,
you mentioned, I've heard others talk about
What time of the year?
not
Yeah, because I mean, we have
purchasing land being overrated.
Yes.
right, these groups, like
We're kind of in that
situation.
situation. We live on 1 acre.
It's very hot, very dry.
We're maybe not quite utilizing every aspect of that, and we don't want to because
Let you fill that.
And then these have to go through a couple of
you know we want to
all of these
have areas where we
because they're not dead, just sitting on root crops stay alive. And
but
then
how do we go about leasing other people's land without it costing
it'll bring you to our
bunches of purchase?
Oh my God. Leasing land is so cheap.
$15 an acre.
An acre is just unbelievable how inexpensive it is.
So I just had in my mind that it was a lot more.
Yeah. But what we do with the sisters, now actually we give them more, but we do a barter. So we trade some food for the So, I mean, you do that. The other thing is, somebody was telling us about hunter apps. So there are, okay. So he had drawn a circle around his property and knew that had found that there were 10 hunter apps, 10 hunter places. And he contacted each one of them and said, I want to moo your property. So he was I want to put a cow on your property. 5 of them said absolutely. And as far as I could tell, there was no cost involved. Right. They were just happy to have somebody in there, and they didn't have to mow it and stuff like that.
So your business card and everything.
I mean, I'm kind of perfect with what I do. I'm a surveyor.
Oh yeah, you
So
would know all
I
about some land out
there.
there. You would see all the land that's being. Well, one of the things that's funny, people say, "Oh well, I'll trade you a cow for the use of your land." A cow is worth way more.
Yeah. Kind of defeats the purpose.
Absolutely.
I've got a cow on there for my family.
Now you might say, I'll give you
Okay, so
a
they're
little
in
bit
the
of meat
zone.
Right.
or something like that.
in the States.
But most times, people are so happy to have somebody mowing their property or doing something to their property that they are thrilled that there's somebody. This land is this burden that they've got. They don't know what to do with it. And if you come in and you do good things, and that's a lot of it, is row profit, that's bad. But if you came in and you started running animals on it, you might be thrilled.
Yeah. You probably should stay away from
Tennessee is,
structures,
oh yeah, half of California is just like,
building structures.
Well, we've just been aware at the conference, we do not want to sink a lot of money into their land. But I needed to have an area where we could. So I'm willing to build under the back of your garage a lean-to where I can milk my cow. We also wanted to have an area, a run-in shed, where if the weather got really, really, really bad, we could put them in there. These are very inexpensive to build, and the sisters get it at the end if we move off that property.
That's interesting.
Oh yeah.
As far as the cost, I kept
We say within if anybody just looked around, probably within 5 miles of where you are, there's all kinds of land that is underutilized, not being. Somebody ought to be doing something with that, and you just keep approaching owners. And say, I will take care of the property.
and if you want to save seed, replant some next year.
Yeah,
what I wanted to hear.
yeah.
Thank you. My name's Jason. Appreciate it.
It's out there.
Yeah.
Just need somebody to take care of it.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got some homework to do. So we've got to meet some awesome people. Caleb and I are going to walk out and get a little snack for lunch. But lots more to see, lots more to do. And people are really enjoying themselves around here.
Have secure food security, and have opportunities for your family to work together, to have good food and enjoy food, and not have to worry when the port workers strike or a hurricane comes through or whatever, and we're able to provide for our families, right? And I'm starting to get into what we want to talk about, so I'll stop. But the other idea too is there's a lot of people who want to do this and think they can't get started until they go buy 5 to 10 acres in the country and like totally flip their life upside down, right? And their kids are going, wait a minute, I still enjoy going to baseball practice, or I really feel like I want to still do, drama practice or dance lessons or whatever. Those are kind of things that you still want to do. We have to understand that all of our family will be as impassioned about homesteading and farming and maybe bonking rabbits on the head as you are.
It's so much more satisfying. Like there are animals dependent on me, and so that's back to the whole dopamine thing. Like you take care of your animals, but your phone's away, and you're just sort of in your own thoughts, philosophizing, or meditate, whatever you want to call it. For me, praying sometimes, and then that's almost like a new discipline. Like once you were done with the pasture chickens, we're done with the broilers, some time opens up in my daily schedule. So we try something with this sourdough. So like you make bagels from a sourdough. Like there's like if you just type in sourdough and any kind of bread, like Google has a recipe for you. So it's like it's made me more inquisitive, more curious, and it just leads to different hobbies. But less Zelda, unfortunately.
But I think you mentioned, you used the word to me before. He's like,
not real popular in my kids' friend circles, Yeah. Even though you appreciate this, Daniel. So now Jillian, they go to Christian school 2 days a week now. So just like hybrid as they get older, and she has this scheme that she's selling them to her friends in class, like the babies. I know, yeah. So anyway, so we brought them home, but then I realized eventually that they're not going to be alive anymore. Like we have to do something. So we like have to butcher them, like rabbits. I mean, chickens we were cool with because chickens kind of get ugly, I think. But rabbits are cute all the time. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. Yeah, tell them about the butchering. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was a vegetarian. I don't know.
So yeah, we had Daniel came over and did like a little workshop with us, and so yeah.
She calls me. So play pause this. She calls me, and I think this is part of our team. You just need to ask, and it's not just because it's not about me. It's about then we're going to pay. Let's just let everyone know. So it's not about the fact that they call me. It's about calling someone for help. Like this group of people, like I said, building this community. As you talk to people that might live right next door or something, it's amazing how many people that are in your area that have this knowledge, right? And so don't be afraid to reach out and go, oh, I want to get help, right? And it doesn't have to come from your family, and it doesn't have to come from a screen. It should come from hands-on. The way this information was passed down generationally forever before, Microsoft and Apple was word of mouth, showing you, mentoring, grandfather, grandmother, showing you what to do.
So we just finished up with Daniel's presentation with the two couples that were there. They were supposed to talk about how to grow high quality and food preserving And they did really on a small plot, but they really didn't talk about that much. But it was good what they did talk about. So anyway, we're gonna go do some more walking around and check out some of the vendors here.
I can hold three at the same time. I can hold three at the same time. What?
Free, organic inputs only. I grow my own meat and eggs in my backyard. I'm not chickens. I reliably have a way to source what I can't grow without the grocery store or a subscription. And as you saw, I'm able to stock my pantry. I want to let you know I am nothing special, and that you can do this as well. So here's kind of like the lay of the land, what we're going to do over these next 60 minutes or so. I have 6 sub-sessions that will kind of guide you through the arc of this conversation. So first we're going to talk about...
So we just wrapped up Casandra Daniel's presentation. She's very good at and enthusiastic about what she does. But anyway, we're going to try to catch up with her, and that way you can she can tell you who she is, how you can find her, and a little bit about what she does. So anyway, hopefully when she gets done with her little meet and greet, we'll be able to just have a quick word with her. So stay tuned for that.
All right, Jason, it has been such a pleasure getting to meet you today at the HOA conference. And one of the things that is so critically important is when you have a homestead dream, that's not the only thing that you've got going. And like you and I were discussing earlier, you are a father, you're working full time, there's competing interests and demands on your time all of the time. And so what I found so encouraging about our conversation is doing exactly what I'm doing as well. What actions can I take consistently over time that maybe on a long enough horizon? Sometimes when you really see the social media kind of influencers, yes, I'm on YouTube, but you and I want to share like genuine stories, right? Like not the fantasy, but like working it out day after day.
What's real?
Yeah, what's real, right? And these are conversations that aren't being had. They're now being had more and more. And so I loved how you and I were talking about realistically, these are goals that I can have for this year, and that's progress. And I can either work, sometimes it's working, in your garden, other times there's more of a focus on food preservation. And so I really appreciate your message, you being transparent, that type of transparency that isn't just showing like, look at the beauty of farmland.
For homesteaders.
It's not duplicatable, and it leaves you with lots of questions. So I think having more authenticity with like, it was a Tuesday night, I had to take the kids to here, I'm trying to get dinner on the plate here, like how do I make this all work? And you and I are showing that it's not a perfect it's not a linear journey, but over time it is doable. Yeah, absolutely.
So cool. All right, well, I appreciate it. Nice meeting you, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Okay, guys, that's going to wrap up day 1 here at the HOA Homesteaders of America Conference. We'll be back tomorrow with a fresh start, some new speakers, and we'll just see what we can get into. Got about an hour drive back to my in-laws, Big Daddy and Tracy. So anyway, we're gonna get back to them, try to find something for supper, talk to the wife since they ditched us and the kids. I don't know what to do with those folks. Anyhow, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
be a meal.
Her brother took the logic class in co-op this year, and then we did
Look at him.
Are you familiar with her? Oh, good.
Guys, so we are back day 2 at the HOA Homesteaders of America Conference, and we've walked around a little bit to see some more of the vendors and do some chit-chatting with some folks. And so it's been a good start so far, and we're about to get started with our first speaker of the day. And I believe this one, I'll have to tell you when we're done, but I believe this one's about beekeeping. So we're excited about that because that's something that we want to get into on our farm. And so anyway, hopefully we'll learn a few things here and there.
Around here today, we'll see. But I just want to start us off real quick with a word of prayer, and then we're going to get after it. Lord, I just thank you so much for today. I thank you for each of these people, Lord, that are here today on the same path as myself, that we've crossed paths today. And I just pray, Lord, that I would do justice to your intelligent design today as I talk about the creation of honeybees and how much I love them, how much I love their honey, and how much I love teaching everybody else about what I've learned. And so I just pray that you bless all of us. We do take a second, Lord, and just pray for the the people recovering in East Tennessee, North Carolina, Florida, and anywhere else, Lord. And, we just pray that you be with them right now and comfort them. So we give you this time in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, got the religious part.
Oh, we can. That part of it, what we actually make out of the pig, depends on the host farm, what it is. And then it comes out of time. It's really just a protective shell at this point. But when I'm done and all that's left is the bone is actually good in stock.
I was thinking that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Awesome.
How far do you travel?
All right, guys, that's gonna wrap up our weekend at the HOA Homesteaders of America Conference. Didn't get a whole lot of footage of the last couple speakers. I sent Caleb out on a mission to get some videos and some pictures and so forth. But we learned about naturally keeping bees, and high tunnels were the last two. They were very good, educational, and so we're all done. I think there's probably about an hour or so left of the event, but we're gonna head out, and we've got 3 or 4 hour drives back home, but we're gonna go ahead and wrap up our day here and head out and hope we have a safe travel back home. And anyway, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys on the next video. God bless.